Hello everyone, RPG Penguin here, and welcome to Dall E Mini, which is a AI art generator. So essentially, how you work it is you gotta type in whatever you want, and it could be anything, literally anything. Then press run, and it runs it. So right here we have a list of things that this AI came up with. So I'm pretty sure it works by looking up some images of what RPG Penguin looks like, and then when it looks at those images, for this case at least, it tries to figure out a trend between them all. Like the trend that they all look like this and all have that sort of white belly, which is why all of them have that. So what's really cool about this is it's all AI generated artwork, which means that none of this exists. It's all completely unique and has never been seen before this video. So I'm considering making this my profile picture. It's kind of good. Like, that one works really well. Has a helmet and everything. But I've done a few of these, so let me do a check. I have 9 of these, including this one, which I kind of want to show, because I want to show what this thing is capable of, and it's capable of doing a lot of really cool things. And I've already gone through the effort of, so whenever you click this button, it can pop up a prompt that doesn't let it work if there's too many things, and it takes roughly 2.5 minutes to actually do anything. But sometimes there's too much traffic, and it just pops up a prompt, which you gotta click OK on, then try again until it works. So let me head over to the second one, Nebula. So if you don't know what a nebula is, it's essentially a part in space where you have a load of dust and gas from an exploded star that sort of explodes, making really cool, pretty colors. So if you look here, like that was all AI generated, which is pretty cool. That actually got roughly the same thing, and you can tell what these are, which is even more surprising given that, well, none of this is real. So right there, we now have, this looks a bit like a waterfall going down. So because it takes all these images and comes to these completely unique ones, you can search Nebula any amount of times. It's always going to make something completely different. Like if I run this again and go back earlier, then it will, well, it'll work and have something else completely. So I'm going to head back to this one and also the RPG Penguin at the very end of this video. If you want to stick around and see that, then stick around. So next one is modern art, which I decided was kind of vague, and it just said Starry Night with eyes. Oh, that's kind of creepy. Starry Night with eyes, but there's also, ooh, random bits and things like this. It just creates modern art. Oh, sorry for anyone with tryptophobia. I think that's the word for it. There's a lot of holes. I'm gonna move off this screen, you know. Now, to the next one, a castle. Kind of vague, but you can see all these unique things that look like a castle, but when you take a closer look, something's slightly off. Like, how is that castle end floating? And why is there no end of that palace, tower there? It's also like this. You see it on a hill, pretty cool. And this castle actually looks really good. When you zoom up, it looks a bit worse because it's just really pixelated as it's throwing all these images together. This castle appears to be right outside some sort of maybe train station, housing system. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Now the next one is a video game cartridge. So what we have here is video games that don't exist. Like, that looks like some, I don't know, maybe princess attacking some knight joker thing, I don't know. And you also have this cool cover art for a game that, you know, you would never see. I'm actually quite curious on what is using as a reference there, because I have no idea what that's supposed to be. But it just works. Looks like this is what you'd find in a horror game. And speaking of horror games, if anyone's gonna make one, I feel like using this kind of style would be really cool. Like even for something like, let's see. Let's go over here. Backrooms, yep. I feel like making some AI generated artwork would be pretty cool to come up with some sort of monster. Although this one didn't really come up with a monster, unfortunately. You can sort of see the backrooms, like how it resembles all that. Going back to the frog, if you type in an animal, it gives you an animal, although some things are slightly off, like that frog has completely red eyes. And also, it's trying some sort of reflection, but yeah, that's not a reflection, alright, that is not a reflection. At least a perfect one. So, I'm just gonna continue forward to Among Us. So, it definitely got Among Us. So anything that's like popular pop culture, it's probably gonna have some like working images of all these Among Us characters. It's Among Us. Literally, the future is Among Us. Now, heading to the last one right here, we have Minecraft, which you can actually see all these have a hotbar, which is quite impressive. And it looks somewhat like it. Like, you can see the trees, but they're all off-color and slightly weird, which I find quite interesting. Now, back to RPG Penguin. There we go. We got some new ones. Alright. That one looks like it has a potion. Does this one have a scabbard? It has a scabbard. Alright, and then another Nebula bit of art. So that is what Dall E Mini is, which I saw from Markiplier's channel. And I'll leave a link to this website in the description below, because I find it really cool. So with that, I'm going to say, RPG Penguin out.